Hey guys, so I'm gonna assume that you watched my incubator tour, and then you would know that this is the room in my barn with my incubators. We keep it climate controlled between 65 and 75, just kind of depends on the time of year. These are my small quantity brooders, or just dividers, where I keep orders fixing to go out or different things that I need divided up. So this is in the other video. You can just find that on my page. So if I go through this storm door here, I'm in, I guess, what we're gonna start calling the preschool. So this is some more brooders, more quantity size brooders, and some grout cages. So we'll just start right here. Again, I keep everything on wheels. It just makes everything easier for me. This is more baby food. This is a turkey starter, non-GMO, non-medicated that we use. We keep it in a baby buggy. Just makes it easy. You know, this thing is easy to move around, maneuver in here. So the baby food is in the baby buggy. So these are the brooders that David is building for me. They are on wheels, so we can move them, clean underneath of them. Everything in this barn is on a 36-inch poop tray, so everything should be interchangeable. And I don't have to keep parts for all different kinds of things. So we put a shelf underneath for just storage, whatever. We keep a gap here for airflow, for that. We have a no waste feeder. I get these from Thieving Otter Farm. David cracked that one, so that's how he fixed it with duct tape. So it sits, he actually built this brooder out of an old door. So if you can kind of see that now that I say it, it's that slick stuff. So it should make it easy to wipe off. He's pretty handy like that. So we have this, and he built me a little doohickey right here so I don't close it on my head. So these guys still have the heater. I'm probably gonna pull that today. Let's actually just go ahead and turn it off. They don't need it. It's like 75 in here right now. I start them out with the Hatch and Time water system. I go ahead and leave the, this is like what's in their layer cages. And this little cup is like what's in their brooders. So this one stays with water in it all the time, so I know that they don't ever have to fight for water. But this lets them play with it, learn how to use it. So when I do move them over to layer cages, then they already know how the world works, kind of thing. So they don't need that anymore. Well, honey, what you doing? Did you get yourself stuck in there? All right, so the feeder comes through. And then they can just eat from there. They're just about the right size to eat from there right now. That's why we had the other feeder in there. So they're on 1/2-inch wire, coated wire. So there's that. Let's close this back up. Now our barn is insulated with the spray foam. I have electric everywhere. This is the water system. I buy my own Sterilite tubs, and we just buy the adapter and put it through. We don't have any trouble with it leaking. All right, another one right here, same thing. They're getting a different food because that's a feed trial that I'm doing right now. Everything in here is marked with painter's tape. You'll see that everywhere inside my barn. See, everything is marked. So these are the grow out cages that David built. Same thing, 36-inch manure trays, the same no waste feeders. These ones hang on these wire clips right here, so I can kind of adjust how their head goes in there. This 1/2-inch wire that their feet are on is coated, but the rest of it is not coated because that's significantly cheaper. He did put me a hatch on the top right here, just in case, you know, should I need to put a brooder plate or whatnot in there, I can. So there's that. And then these are all the same. See, The you might have noticed in the incubator room I had some pool noodles. I cut those and put them here just because when sometimes they're little, they climb out, and then this keeps them from popping out. So it doesn't need to be there. These guys are bigger now. I keep bins of extra hatching time parts for either building or fixing or rearranging, just whatever. And then orders, same thing out here. I keep, so this is for an order that's going out Monday because of the live shipping. So I stick it here. I know the birds are in here. And then like if somebody calls me and says, hey, can I come pick up Egyptian hens, I can look and say, well, no, sorry, those are already sold to somebody else. So there's that. Now this is the rest of the barn. All of these are farrows. We keep them all together, makes it easy for filling orders. Except that he just did pip trays and obviously he rearranged one. So that is not farrow right there. That is a Celadon sorting tray. This is an old cage, and we just use that for culls. So if somebody wanted to come pick up some birds, we can pull from here. This one is roosters, these are hens. They didn't meet my needs for whatever reason. And once they are in there, I don't pull them back out just because I threw them in there for a reason, and I'm not gonna go backwards on that. So these are all the farrows. I don't modify my hatching time cages at all. It comes with the water system straight from hatching time. I don't change any of that kind of stuff. My feed, I keep these are Dollar General trolleys. I'm sure I think the technical term is U-boat. I just call them my feed trolleys. So this particular one is for the quail. That's why it's in the back of the barn. So the baby food was in the baby buggy. The adult food is in the adult walker. Just makes it easy to push it from cage to cage. We keep feed scoops in each one, so we're not trucking around looking for feed scoops every time we turn around. This wall, let me back up here. This wall is Celadons. Let's see, at least 4 of them are Celadons. This one is Fee. And this one was making Egyptian Fee, and I did it backwards, so I had to rearrange them. And Celadons again. So there's that. I do have a barn fridge. Keep extra stuff, and I have storage up on top of the incubator room up there. So this is the view from the front. So I'll go back here. More feed trolleys. This one is for open bags. More storage. More storage. Let's see. Just odds and ends, feed scoops, tubs, storage type things. Meat birds, we're gonna get to that in just a minute. You need a pressure washer all the time. Dog food. Chick starter is right there. Button feed is right there. More chick starters right there. More of the trolleys. So these are my barn pens. Yep, everybody's still alive this morning. I hadn't even been in here yet. So we've got automated water system. I'll back up and show you how that works here in just a second. I'll go into one where there's not ducks making a mess. So right here, we have an old RV holding water tank. And see right here, he put it up on a ledge, which is where it would sit on the floor joist inside of the camper, and just lifted it up. It is hooked to the hose, which runs around across the floor and over to there, and we just can stand there and fill it. I think it's 30 gallons, Kevin said. I don't know. But with the meat birds in here, we're having to fill it every day, and now the ducks are playing in it, so yeah, there's that too. Okay, so let's go in here. There's no birds in here, so I can show you. So each one is plumbed in, comes down into a waterer. These are just rent-a-coop waterers. They autofill. They're easy to just take off and clean before I put birds back in here. This particular one had froze and broke a couple years ago, so it's much higher off the floor. So this one I use for turkeys, which is why there's nobody in here right now, because we don't have any turkeys. Now the hardware cloth, downside to hardware cloth is it catches every speck of dust, every speck. So you can just see it. If you sweep it today, it'll look like this again tomorrow. It's just a downfall to hardware cloth everywhere. These are some Orpington grow outs in here. We'll feed them in just a second, and I'll show you how I feed them. These are the meat birds. We're actually going to be moving them today. They're going over to Fresh Shavings right here. So I just can open the door. I have set up a makeshift thing right there so they can't get out when I open the door. So we can just feed them without stepping in there with our shoes or stepping on them, because they like to get under your feet. And they are eating the combo meat bird. This is the first year I've used it. These guys will be 2 weeks old on Tuesday. So I've only lost one. I am pretty happy. These came from a hatchery out of Alabama, and the name of it is eluding me for just a second. So what's gonna happen is there's a little hatch right here in this hardware cloth wall. We're gonna clip that zip tie here in just a few minutes. And this pen, the next pen down, has already been bedded. And so what we'll do is we'll just feed them, and they'll come over because they follow feed pretty readily. See, they're already looking, they're watching me for food. So we'll just feed them over here, and they'll come over, and once everybody's over, we'll clip that back and clean that one out. And probably the next time they're ready to be moved again, they'll just go outside. I don't want to keep them in here any longer than is necessary, even though it is kind of convenient with the auto water system. It does make it easy. Alrighty. This is what we call the paddock. It's a 50 by 100 space. The pigs have destroyed it. I assume that all pigs do this kind of stuff. I'm not sure. We have a mama fixing to have babies. I don't see her. She can't go far because it's, I mean, you're seeing the whole thing. Oh, there she is right there. See her? She must be building a nest in there. Look at her belly dragon. So this was a beautiful lush garden when she came in here, and that's what they have done to it. So there's that, and then this is behind the house over here, the field where I was on this morning and put the cows out there. Yep, so there's that. So we just feed them over the back gate right here. They get the extra eggs, they get birds, they get a lot of stuff. You know, they're kind of fed all natural. We give them quail eggs, they give us bacon, right? All right, let's see, what else can I show you? I think that's about it. Oh, and there's some more tags. This is my sorting cage. So I put them in here. Like, so if you ordered a Celadon breeding set, this is my system. So this short cage, because it's only 2 layers high, I put them in here. I mark roosters with a black leg band, and then I put them in here. Make sure that I'm happy with the blue egg that she lays. And then I put the hens together. And I will put your order form on your cage, and then once we have your order completed, we'll put them in a box and mail them off to you. So just so you know, this is how we do it. That's a rooster. There's a hen. So this is what she lays. Right, so she'll go in. This one already is a pair right here in this group. So I'll move this girl and this girl to here, and then that's one order. And then I'll put some more in there from, this is a sorting cage also that I use. So I'll bring some hens over here, make sure I'm happy with the color that they lay. Because Celadon, when I started Celadon, Michael told me it can be kind of a pain. And so you have to watch it, and that's how I'm doing it. And it's working, so I'll just continue doing what's working. So anyway, this is how I sort your Celadons if you've ordered a Celadon breeding pair from me. And then once they lay, then I ship out on Mondays or Tuesdays. So I think that that's about it. I always tell people I don't medicate, I don't buy medications. It's very possible to raise birds without medications. I have no problem showing you that I don't have anything in here except some Vetricin that expired in 23. And I bought that for a duck who had poked her eye on some hardware cloth. That's my fur trail supplement, milk bones. I put them in here just to keep them away from the rats and stuff. Yep, some garlic, because I use, this is my water that I use. It's pinned to the top of my Facebook page. It smells like spaghetti sauce when you open it. It's just great for overall health and stuff. And yeah, so that's it. I can't think of anything else to tell you. So this is my barn tour. Let me know if you have any questions and I will try to answer them.